What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, what we talk about on this channel is affiliate marketing, making money online, and also how to invest it. So anything to do with personal finance and making money. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you subscribe, and let's get right into the video. So in today's video, we're exactly going to talk about the recession and how to profit from it. So if you have money, stick with me. If you don't have money, stick with me as well. You cannot afford to actually skip this video because this video is going to give you some insights, and you don't want to end up on the wrong side of this, because in 2008 or 2007 and 2008 there was this big crash that I'm sure a lot of you know about, if not everybody that's watching this video, and everything was down. But some people actually, it was the best time in their lives. They made insane amounts of money, while most of the other people actually struggled and ended up after that being worse off than when 2007 started. So that's exactly what I want you to help with, or help you with, is to actually get started, to actually make some more money during and after the crash than you were before. So stick with me, don't end up on the wrong side of this, and let's get into this. So the stocks are going down, the stock market right now, everything is in the red. Everything that you watch basically is the Red Sea, is the Red Ocean. Then if you bought crypto thinking that this is going to help as well, or it's going to protect you from all the money that's going, then that's going down as well. That's going crashing down, so that's not good either. And the only thing that's going up right now is the inflation, and you know, some places it's going up to 8.5%, which is huge. It's massive. It's almost as much as the S&P 500 was doing before the crash. So even investing wasn't that good. So everything is getting more expensive, whether it's, you know, buying some food, buying petrol for your car, buying anything like that. Everything is getting way more expensive than before. And that's why everybody's holding back, and the people that are scared, that are taking their stocks back, or, you know, selling them off, that's when it's not going to help at all. So what can you do? Well, it's going to really depend on what category you're in. Are you actually making some money right now, and are you not? So if you're not making money, stick with me and watch this part as well, because this is going to concern you as well. And even if you do, you will want to watch everything. So let's start off. If you do have money right now, maybe you have a job or something like that. Maybe you have an online business, or a business at all in general. And that's going to be awesome, because then you're going to be able to continue to invest, because everything is going down, everybody's selling their stocks, but we know that historically it's been creeping back up again. After 2008 it started going back up, and that's when the people started getting really rich, because all the money that they had, they poured it in at the bottom. Like, everything was in a dip, everything was at a discount. So that's when they bought all their stocks, and then it started creeping back up. That's how they bought some houses as well. So real estate was booming after that. But everybody that actually sold it, they lost money. And I see so many people saying, this guy lost so much money when, you know, in 2008, and this happened, and he lost that. And yes, but the only way that you can actually lose money is if you accept it, and therefore you decide to sell it. So if you bought a stock, for example, let's say $100, and then it dips down to $20, well, technically you haven't really lost any money until you sell it, because it could go right back up to $500 or $600 after that. But at the beginning, in the short term, it's going to be really a big dip. So that's why a lot of people are getting scared, because when they see something that's $50 and then it jumps down to, or $100, to take the same example, and then it dips down to $20, then they're going to be scared. They don't want to lose that last $20 that they have, and so they decide to sell it. But if you decide not to sell it, and you decide that you're here for the long term, which is all I'm about, which is all the rich people are about. If they make millions of dollars, they're not deciding to sell all their stocks just because the market is crashing down. Instead, they're pouring more and more money in. So with crypto, it's going to be more or less the same thing, but crypto, we don't have a historical thing with crypto. So we don't know if Bitcoin is, Bitcoin right now is crashing down, Ethereum is crashing down, all of these big ones are crashing, and every single crypto is crashing. So I wouldn't advise you to sell, I wouldn't advise you to buy. I'm not going to give you any advice on crypto, because crypto, we don't really know what it's about. It has the potential to go really, really high, but it also has the potential to disappear completely. Obviously, not all the crypto is going to disappear completely, and I think that Bitcoin is quite a safe bet because it's kind of a mainstream crypto, but a lot of cryptos aren't the same. So I'm not going to give you too much advice. You do what you want. It could go up, it could go down, it could continue to crash down. If you have Bitcoin, however, I would still advise you to keep it. Same goes for Ethereum, and a lot of people are actually considering putting a lot of money into crypto. So we're going to keep talking about stocks. So what's going to happen is right now it's going to crash down. So if you already have stocks, do not sell them unless you realize that the company is crashing down. And if you don't, that's the best time to actually start to invest. And I would advise you to actually invest into ETFs. ETFs are really great because they regroup a bunch of companies. So if one crashes down and one disappears off the face of the earth because of the crash, and keep in mind that we're in a bear market, we're not in a recession right now, but the recession could be coming very soon if we keep on going the same way. So there's a good chance that we're going to be in a recession. So if one company actually crashes down and they're not making any sales, they shut down and they disappear, if you only bought that one stock, then you lost all your money. But if you bought an ETF with that stock in it, but 100 other companies, it's not going to matter too much because all these other companies are going to pick back up and it doesn't really matter. Especially if you invest in something like the S&P 500, where it's the 500 best companies in the US. So there's a good chance that not all the companies in the US are going to crash down, especially the 500 biggest companies. So I don't think that Amazon, Apple, and things like that are going to crash down. And if one does crash down, then they'll get kicked out of the S&P 500. So it's not going to be a big deal for you as an investor because the next big thing is going to come up. And some big companies are going to expand like crazy because they know how to deal with a recession. They know what it was like in 2008. So it's going to be really, really big. So basically, all I'm saying is, if you have money, just keep on dollar cost averaging every single month or every other week, just so that you can keep your money. And even if you see that your portfolio is your net worth is going down and down and down, keep going, because after, maybe it's going to take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but after that it's going to pick right back up again, and that's when you're going to see growth like crazy because everything is going to recover. Everyone is going to want to buy some stocks because everything is going well. They have the money, and then your net worth is going to go right up, but you bought everything at a discount. So keep in mind that the long term is going to be the best, especially if you're thinking about 10, 20, 40 years or whatever you have, and keeping them for the rest of your life. So that was my idea on if you don't have, or if you do have money. But if you don't have money, and if you do, keep in mind as well that you might lose your job, because that's something that's important as well. During a recession, a bunch of companies are going to cut down some expenses, and those expenses might be people. So if you get laid off from your job, then you're left with nothing. So what I would advise you to do right now, especially right now where we're at the start of this, I would advise you to actually build a side hustle, whether something that's online, something that's really cheap to do, something that where you don't actually have to buy a bunch of inventory, because all of these are pretty risky. So think of something like print on demand, where you don't actually have to create the stuff. You only send them once, or you only make them once somebody orders it. Something like, you know, affiliate marketing. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, I have a full playlist which I will put in the pinned comment as well as the description. You know, in my opinion, this is the best business model, especially if you don't have much time or something like that. This is the best business model. In fact, you could actually just copy mine, and I'll put that in the description as well. This will be on my affiliate marketing playlist and possibly the very first video that you see. So just keep in mind, just actually build a business where you're actually going to make some money in case something happens with your job, or if you don't have money right now, this is going to get you the money that you need in order to actually invest in the stock market once it goes crashing down, which is already starting to do. But I don't believe we're at the bottom of the dip right now, we're just at the beginning. So that's all for today. Just basically invest as much as possible. It's just crashing down right now, and make as much money as possible with a side hustle, because so that you don't have to rely on your job. So with that being said, this was my video for today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you watch that playlist, and I'll also put a playlist with some investing so that you can check that out as well. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.